There are a few artists today that stand out as being prominent leaders in the art industry or household names. In effect, there are very few famous artists that are alive today. Future art historians may look upon the 21st century as being dominated by movies, television, street art, and internet art such as fan art, memes, and mashups. Although artists continue to produce fine art, such as paintings and sculpture, there are few that have risen to worldwide prominence since abstract expressionist Jackson Pollock, surrealist Salvador Dali, and pop artist Andy Warhol. Most notable of recent days is the street artist Banksy. Beyond that, there are none that have risen to the status of household names in worldwide popularity. In 2013, Vanity Fair article, The Six Greatest Living Artists, Gerhard Richter, a German artist, is the most famous living artist according to the results of a poll of top artists and academics. Even though I am a graphic artist, I have never heard of him, and I doubt most people polled would know who he is. One of the most notable artists in history, and most memorable and recognizable, is Vincent van Gogh. Even during Van Gogh's lifetime, he did not reach the status of being famous. He was not even able to sell any of his paintings, and by some accounts he only sold one. His younger brother Theo, who supported him financially, was an art dealer. So I suspect that there maybe were many more that were sold during his lifetime, but none of which were historically documented. So there may be many artists alive and producing works of art that will not reach the level of notoriety until long after they die. Still, I suspect that most notable artwork of today's time will be widely regarded as movies, television, and a hodgepodge of internet art, such as memes. Although my crystal ball is a little bit foggy as to what maybe the future holds of what artists of our day will be considered famous, I suspect that it will be famous directors such as Steven Spielberg, James Cameron, Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan, and Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss. Although maybe to be considered great works of art and maybe not, there's also the possibility that interactive video games such as Skyrim and Portal and Mario Brothers will be considered great art forms of our day. One of the forms of artwork that I see most often nowadays online, especially on sites like Tumblr, is artwork created by ordinary fans called fan art. And it's usually of fictional works such as television, comics, movies, and it could be a variety of things. It could be drawings, paintings, animations. Most likely it's something that a fan has done as an appreciation of the art form. This all can be legally questionable. Distribution could be unlawful. It may fall under fair use because some fan art may be considered parody. Also, there is mashups. A mashup can take two different sources and create a unique form of artwork. For instance, if somebody takes a Star Wars image and then meshes it with Doctor Who and then creates a unique form of artwork. A lot of times mashups can be applied to music, but sometimes they can be visual too. Again, the distribution may be unlawful because you can't just take Star Wars material or Doctor Who material and distribute it, but at the same time, they may be considered parody and may be lawful to use. So I present to you some of the greatest artists of our time, specifically fan art mashups in the style of Van Gogh's Starry Night. This one is the Starry Night Scream by M.G. Merkin. This one is the Starry Night TARDIS by Terry Lightfoot. This one is called The Fleet by Craig M.C. and it shows some Star Wars Star Destroyers. This is Super Starry Night t-shirt, Super Mario Brothers tee by T Fury. And this is Pac-Man Do by Rich LaDuca. I've saved the best for last. This is The Starry Night with a K, N-I-G-H-T by Vartan Garnikan. So in summary, in addition to television and movies, one of the greatest art forms of our day is ordinary, average, everyday fan art mashups.